Hi, I'm Danny with BuyRadarDetectors.com. I'm here today with Bob, President of Vail Corporation and Chief Product Engineer. Bob's product, Vail G5, is the perfect complement to any radar detector. It effectively reduces the targeting range of police laser guns, giving you time to react to a warning from your radar detector. Bob is a radar detector expert. He's put hundreds of thousands of miles on many of the popular radar detectors today, and he's joining us today to share some advice and some of his opinions on these radar detectors. In this video, we're going to look at the Beltronics Pro Series, Pro 100, 200, 300, and 500. Bob has some opinions on these detectors, and we thank you very much for joining us to share them.
That's my pleasure. Well, what can we say about these? Beltronics, for those who know, is a sister company basically to Escort.
I bet a lot of people don't know that.
No, that's true. And there has been, I think today Beltronics is more of a brand distinction than it used to be. There used to be two separate companies that were brought together, had different development tracks and things along those lines. But now, they've done more, sharing across the line. So now you have an Escort brand and you have a Beltronics catering to a little bit of a different demographic.
So you think a lot of the internal components of these Beltronics models are very similar to what we would see in the Escort detector?
I think so. Yeah, okay. I think so. My thought is that some of the Escort models are more capable, but they're priced more as well. So I would look at the Beltronics line today as a mid to upper level, where I think the Escort line, it starts at the upper level to the extreme level.
So maybe value is a key word here. Like
absolutely.
If you're looking for good performance at a lower price, maybe take a look at some of the Beltronics line products. Would that be fair?
Yeah, I think that's a very fair statement. So you want to go up the
maybe
line?
let's take a look at some of the differences, the key differences between the models in this line. I mean, the Pro 100 starts at $179, and this is the basic detector. It comes with a standard power cord, but it still has a pretty good selection of features that you wouldn't normally see on an entry-level detector, like a text display, voice alerts. Sure,
and they've got good filtering. And the important thing about these detectors, if those who have known Beltronics value, they used to be called the Vector series, and I think they still offer some vectors, but pretty much I think that it's safe to say the 100 was similar to the Vector 940.
That's correct.
Okay, and as you said, it doesn't come with a smart cable. It's not compatible with Escort Live.
Right, and you also lose compatibility with this Escort Live smartphone app with the Pro 200. You have to move to the 300 to get the Escort Live compatibility.
Right.
The 200 sells for $229, and that adds the smart cord, which is the power cord with the alert light and the mute button right on the cable. And it also adds an auto scan filtering mode.
That's the smart
there you
cable.
go. There's the smart cord.
And this is nice too when you drive with this, as with any of the detectors. Like if a detector goes off and you want to mute it, you can just reach over very easily, press this while it's connected, boom.
If you have a really steep windshield, it's especially important because if you have to lean forward really far, that can be troublesome.
Yeah, and I've driven with the Vectors, and I've been very happy. We did our videos in the past some years ago with the Vectors, and I was very happy with the performance of them. This guy here, what are we talking about here? This is a great, I would say, a step up from just a value. I think you're getting a lot of value for this from performance.
Well, you get the accessories. The only difference being the smart cord and the auto scan mode. I think the auto scan mode is something, if you're not going to be a radar detector guru and really want to get into the settings and things, auto scan may be an important feature for you. If you just want to hang it up there, turn it on, and sit back.
Set it and forget it.
Set it and forget it. Good point. The Pro 200 may be worth the extra money from the Pro 100. The 100 you're going to have to manually change between city and highway mode. Auto scan, while not the best filtering mode out there probably.
Yeah, well, it emphasizes some of the, I think I've found it emphasizes some of the bands that are more important and de-emphasizes some that, aren't maybe as important. So I think overall it's a nice highway mode. You can still run these in highway mode, obviously, and typically when I run on the highway, I generally do that. But around town, most certainly, auto scan is a nice feature. Yep. The 300 here. This is
I think you're stepping it up here to a real professional model. You've left the value part of the line, and now,
Yes.
now you're getting the more advanced stuff here. So
Right,
it's a
and
good
this is
assessment,
Beltronics' repackage effectively of the RX-65.
which is one of the most popular detectors that we ever
Correct,
sold.
and if you remember when we reviewed the RX-65 years ago, the RX-65 was one of my favorite detectors, bar none. It was a fabulous detector, and this is basically an updated version of the RX-65. Now it's got the TSR. All of these have this traffic sensor rejection technology that the older models did not, and that can also help tone down false alerts from the lane departure K-band systems and the traffic flow sensors that happen now that you didn't have years ago. So
If you're comparing with the Escort brand, this is going to be very similar to the 8500 X50. Would you agree with that?
yeah, I would say this is the equivalent of the 8500 X50 with only the red display. No blue displays are available in any of these
Right.
models. So
Now, it does include the smart cord that we talked about with the Pro 200 as well.
right, great detector. Love the RX-65 or now the Pro 300. And then this puppy, the Pro 500. What was the price point for this?
That one's $399.
Right. This is basically the repackage of a GX65, which would be more along the lines of the Escort 9500 IX.
That's right. They strip away a few of the features of the Escort 9500 IX, such as the filtering mode where you can automatically lock out a location. I forget what the auto learn, I believe it's called, where if you drive past the same false alert location 3 times, it automatically locks it out. That's missing from the Pro 500, but most of the other GPS related features are there.
And it's only a red display too, where the 9500 IX can be the blue. But personally, I prefer the red.
That's right.
It's easier to view at night, I think, anyway. So again, I think this is a well-represented line by Beltronics. It takes you, as you said, to the real value. This gets you almost into the price point of a Whistler, and so you're getting very solid performance from this.
That's
on
right.
the platform. And then you have a little bit of an incremental step up.
I
This would be
think-
a great line for people who wanted to get into the detectors for the first time, for those interested in an Escort Beltronics. You know.
I completely agree. I really appreciate your feedback on this, Bob. Thanks for sharing your opinion with us. If you're looking to buy one of these Beltronics Pro Series models, be sure to combine it with Veil G5. Veil works by reducing the range of police laser guns, giving you more time to react to a laser warning from your radar detector. So please, when you purchase a detector, consider adding Veil to your order as well. If you have any questions about these products that we didn't cover, please check our website at buyradardetectors.com. If you want to see other videos like this one, check out our YouTube channel at youtube.com/buyradardetectors. Thank you very much for joining us, Bob.
My pleasure, as always.
Thanks a lot.